In the tunnel, we got killers and thieves, crooked police. You wouldn't believe that I'ma make it out. I can tell how they looking at me enviously. I cannot blink. They want it. I got decisions to make, and I'ma shuffle my cards so I can see how they play. Even though life ain't a game, if you tryna cheat me, do not let me see where you stay. Cause I'm from Florida, they might find your body in the Everglades. No. Do not let me see where you stay. Cause I'm from Florida, they might find your body in the Everglades. No. Do not let me see where you stay. Cause I'm from Florida, they might find your body in the Everglades. No. Do not let me see where you stay.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to ERTV Part 2 right here. Malc Stewy. I got Malc Stewy with me. What's up? How you feeling?
I'm good.
Thank you for being here for Part 2. Two.
Yeah,
I did the same thing you did earlier. Part 2. I want to pick up where we left off last time, and we were talking about your new music. So you've been releasing, like, as far as projects, you haven't released anything soon, right? Like,
Yeah.
or like as of now, but you've been releasing some tracks, right? Some singles, singles, I guess I will call them. What else do we got coming from you?
No, I actually, since we did that interview, I actually started working on a project.
Okay, so you have,
so
alright.
I have a project. I don't know if I'm going to call it an album yet or not, but I know I'm going to drop like probably a 12-song compilation of music in January, maybe February, March, just first quarter next year.
Word, that's what's up. And how's that going? Like, how's the process of making...
Let me interrupt you and say amazing.
You're good.
I love it. It's
awesome.
The music's on a different level than before, you know, just with new experiences and everything.
Growth,
it
right?
changes everything, yeah.
That's what's up. Okay, so I know last time we spoke, you told me your music making process takes kind of a long time, right? Like
not even takes a long time. I just take my time with it.
Okay, right.
I feel like you can't, like, I hope people don't take this as cocky, but I feel like you can't rush greatness, and I want to be great.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
I take that time to, you know, critique the music, you know, play it for different people, and just see what
Smart.
I can do to make it the best possible instead of just, oh, I got a cool sounding song now, let me just put it out.
Yeah,
you know?
And I'm going to go to, I don't know, you know who Joey Badass is? I remember him saying something along those same exact lines that you said. People were anticipating his debut album, and he was like, well, am I going to be... I could take as long as I want. I want it to be great. And it was one of like the greatest albums, right?
Definitely,
and he said, people in the future are not going to be worried about how long it took me to bring this out. They're going to worry about the greatness and the content that I bring. So that's dope. And so when can we expect it? Like, do you have a date, or are you just working on it? Just taking your time.
Yeah, I just work. You know what I mean? I work off of, like, you know, my natural feelings, and you know, that's
nice.
all that goes into the music.
Right. And as we left off in our last interview, before it cut off, you were also talking about some features on there. Are we expecting any, like, cool features on this one?
Yeah, actually, I want to get a couple big features, but I don't know. I'm not going to put that out.
You're not going to put that out? Okay, no problem.
I got a couple ideas, though.
Yeah, okay,
some really cool
awesome.
ideas for features that would be very fitting, I think, for what I'm trying to do.
Dope.
Yeah.
Yes, that's awesome. I'm so excited.
I definitely have an idea of the sound I'm going for and everything.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so. Kind of sticking to that. I don't know, that one song that you put out with Miles, it was more upbeat than what I was like, so your music, you very conscious, like I said last time.
Yeah.
But you can still get on an upbeat track and make it sound really good.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I want to say, with that track with Miles, I thought that both of your voices together on a track was super dope. I really enjoyed that track.
Thank you.
So, dope.
Yeah, we're supposed to do a lot more music, so Miles, what's up? Make some music.
Yeah, definitely need to, because it was a great collaboration, and I would love to hear more from you guys together.
Word.
Yeah, for sure. I just had to put that out there.
For sure.
And we also talked about you coming off a tour last time. I wanted to ask you, what were some of the experiences that you went through that taught you something? What did you learn from it, in other words?
I learned that I got a lot of people that support what I'm doing.
Dope.
Like, you know, close to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? That touring, like, brings you close to everyone around you, because it puts everyone's true colors at the forefront of how they're acting. Like, you never know somebody until you're in Las Vegas with them at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning walking around, you know what I mean? Or you're at a random ass gas station, you know, with prostitutes walking around and stuff.
Right.
It's just a different vibe, you know what I mean? People's true colors come out when you get into different kinds of situations. So it really taught me that I have, like, a dope ass support system.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? And I feel like that's something every artist needs to reach that next level.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. So what did you enjoy most about it, touring, and what did you least enjoy about it?
Performing every night was the most enjoyable aspect. You know, just being able to like see people enjoy your music, you know, that's it's something hard to put words to, in my opinion.
Right, okay.
Just going back and watching videos and seeing people like having fun, you know, that's the craziest part. And then the least enjoyable part is definitely being away from like family. Right. You know, there's a lot of rushing around and stuff like that gets old, you know what I mean?
Right, right.
As far as like, you know, you might take a 11-hour drive, you know, straight through, and then within 10 minutes of getting where you're going, you're on stage in front of those same people. You know what I mean? So like that is interesting.
Draining in a way.
Yeah, it's hard to get used to, but it's all for the love of the
for
culture,
the music,
you know what I mean?
right? For the culture. Yeah. Word, that's what's up. I'm excited for you and what's to come. Like, I watched you perform that night. I thought it was incredible. Like you said, the energy, just watching the people. Like that's what I love about music, going to concerts. Just you fall in love with the culture all over again. And I felt that way that night because, you know, I usually go to concerts that are with artists that are performing that already kind of have their name, but you guys are like kind of, you know, you guys are upcoming and new, and it was so amazing to experience that.
Boy, that's dope, because that was the whole idea, you know, with picking the artists and picking that venue, you know, the dark vibe of the venue. All that stuff went into trying to create just a different kind of vibe than every show that you see that's promoted around town.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's dope. That you're not the first person to say that.
Good.
So that's it's really cool that vibe was achieved.
Yes, it was. It really was. I fell in love with the performances, like even from the singer. I can't remember her name, but she's really amazing. Like I really fell in love with her voice. Devon, which I interviewed, y'all saw that. Oh, yeah. And man, you know what's crazy? Both of you, like just my own fans, I guess you call them, or my supporters, they really enjoyed y'all. Like I had so many people hit me up and say, "Damn, like I'm listening to you, I'm listening to Devon," and they really enjoyed and are happy that I interview y'all and introduce them to your music. So
Let me tell you, me and Devon, like we go like a couple years back, and it's that's one of the homies that I met from music, you know, and that's the homie right there. Like that's a solid dude. And so he actually came from New York just to do that, just to perform, you know. Most people don't fly to perform at just a random show like that, you know.
Yeah.
He came through
and killed it. Yeah, like y'all both did. Like that was.
No, I remember the first time I saw this man, Devon, when he was Knox with the afro and shit. Man, he had the craziest performance that made me just be like, "Yo, who is this kid?"
That's exactly how the exact words. I'm like, who is that?
Who is this kid? Why don't I know who he is? Like,
damn, for sure.
It's always been love. You know what I mean? We actually, it's funny. We're actually like thinking about doing like a project together.
Damn, like that will be incredible.
Yeah, we're thinking about that, but I don't know. It's just he lives in New York, I live in Florida. That has to line up. You know what I mean? Because we're both very like fucking particular about how we sound, you know, on our music.
Yeah, so it's just like an idea floating in the air for now. But that I'm totally for it. If it ever does happen, I'm gonna be supporting that for sure.
That would be dope. I think that would be dope.
Okay, I want to ask you this. Being on tour or whatever, how do you memorize your lyrics? Do you like automatically know every single song like already, or do you have to go through them?
No, I do. I really do.
You do? Okay.
I remember my lyrics very well. And it's funny, it goes back to, you know, when I was in school writing essays and stuff. Okay. If I write something, I can usually like recite it back to you. Or not first like try necessarily.
In a way?
I don't know.
Because you wrote it?
It's just I'm in touch with what I wrote, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. Like.
Okay, I don't know. I was just listening to some people and like they have to like reread it. No. So I was just wondering. Definitely had to.
I can recite verses to you from like years ago.
Damn, that's what's up. That's cool. Good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's
for sure.
Okay, and I kind of want to ask you about this because in your music, you're not afraid to put out or to talk about police brutality and the challenges that you face as a Black man in America. You're not, you really voice that, and I think it's awesome. A couple questions on that topic. How do you feel about the racial tension, I guess, now and the campaign going on right now?
I think it's at like an all-time high. You know what I mean? Yeah, just at least in my lifetime.
Okay.
We've heard about history and stuff like that, but you watch certain videos and stuff, and it compares, different videos from the '60s and shit like that to what's going on right now.
For sure.
And it's like scary how similar some of the clips are and some of the things that are being said.
Did you watch the 13th on Netflix?
Of course I did. Of course I did.
That's crazy, right? That was a good ass.
It's wild. But one thing I can say is like, there's two sides to it.
Okay.
There's a side where, you know, we have to change the narrative as black people.
For
you
sure.
know, and minorities, meaning the way we approach certain situations and the way we conduct ourselves in certain situations. You know what I mean? And over time, us changing the narrative as well will change people's perception of us and the way they're able to judge us and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You can't at times fit the stereotype and then say, hey, I'm the victim. If that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I know what you mean.
It's on both ends. And then it's also, in my opinion, like, I feel like the media makes everything a lot bigger than it is because, like, let's be real, like, it's 2016, you know, how many interracial couples are walking around America?
Exactly.
You know, how many mixed babies? And if you look at some of the projections for the future, you know, the
more mixed babies are supposed to be like,
I don't know how to say it, but there was a projection in Time magazine where it was saying, like, there won't be any like single raced baby or nationality for America. It's going to be mixed, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
I think that'd be dope. I mean, well, culture wise, like, I don't know. Do you think that could be possible?
I think it can be very well possible because
there's some people that like are, for example, let's just say my family, like Mexicans. Some of my family members, they won't date anything else, just Mexican. They love their culture and they always want to carry that tradition. I feel like there's a lot of people that feel that way, you know, whether anywhere in the world, they could be Mexican, Jamaican, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd be cool if it does happen, but I know what you mean. Like, it'll expand more, more than it already has.
It's going to become more the norm instead of, you know, the classic American won't be what you have pictured in your head today.
Right, okay, there you go.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
They might not be like, you know, blonde hair, blue eyes, if that's what you envision. You know
right. Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. And like with the media, I couldn't agree more. You even had that one line about Fox.
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact line, but you were basically saying like, you know, the media is going to paint this bad picture.
Yeah.
And it is. It does. That's the media, though. Yeah. It's crazy.
And what's funny about that is it supports exactly what I'm saying because the song is about, you know, robbing someone and running from the police.
Yeah.
You know? So it's just like, you know, you can do dirt and everything, and then the media is going to paint it as this picture, but, you know, to get them to not, you have to take away that first part, too.
Right, don't do it.
You know, that doesn't mean everybody who gets into one of those situations is a bad person or even doing something wrong necessarily, but, you know, there's a lot of times that situation is what's at hand.
And what about, like, the campaigning, the presidential campaign? What do you think about that right now?
Man, I don't think I necessarily am happy with either candidate.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, as much as I feel like, you know, Hillary is a better representation of, you know, America and how everything should go, she still has her, you know,
her dirt that like we can't really trust her, right?
Yeah, you know,
but can we really trust any politician?
That's the thing, you can't really, you know. So I feel like I don't even want to vote for the president. I want to vote for like a local shit, you know, that's going on, you know, whatever's on the ballot.
Yeah, like, I mean,
I'm gonna vote, you know. That's
vote
for sure. Go vote, but
go vote.
That's the thing. I feel like I want to vote.
It's important, right?
You know, yeah, it's very important. Oh yeah, it's very important.
And how important do you think it is for artists, like, in their music to talk about this stuff?
We have to speak on it. You know what I mean? It might not have to be your whole concept for, you know, how you're going to base your image and all this shit, but, you know, it's not bad that if you get asked a question, you speak on your opinion. You know, you have people that look up to you and stuff like that, so, you know, them, you know. That's so true. You're motivating a lot of people's opinions. I can tell you, like, there's so many artists that have shaped my ideologies as a man today. Right. You know, just certain lyrics that people have said or shit I've heard people say in an interview that makes me be like, I'm gonna apply that to my life. Yeah, exactly. For sure. Yeah. Same here. We're inspired. We look up to these people, artists on the come up even, but just, I totally agree. It's always important. Good to, you know what these people were like, you know, looking up to, what they think. In their real life, you know, we're listening to an artist, we're buying into an artist. It's cool to know what they think, like, as a person.
Right,
Yeah,
and that's
how I
why.
feel.
So I do interviews because I want to know more about the artist. I'm a fan first and foremost of music and artists. So I want to ask these questions like, what do you know? I want to know.
Yeah.
And okay, so I want to ask you, with your writing process, like, do you read a lot? Because I feel like you do. Like sometimes I can just tell by like certain music artists, like their music, like I could tell like they read or they're really like aware, I guess. Or is that just what you are?
It's so
aware.
Funny. I don't read that much. I try to. The funniest thing is I try to read. That's why I'm laughing. I really do try to read. I'll get a couple chapters into a book and I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, but I don't know.
At least you try. There's some people who don't even pick up a book.
I try to stay in tune with what's going on.
That's okay. Good.
I think I was raised to be a very enlightened young man. So
yes, you definitely carry yourself that way.
Thank you, definitely. Thank you.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Here doing an interview on the radio station.
Dope.
You know what I mean?
Maybe if I have my own show too, right? You'll do my show.
Of course, anytime.
Dope.
Anytime.
That'd be so dope.
I see myself doing other things, but that's just like a quick answer.
Okay.
We're looking at the X123 signs. And
like you have like a radio on a song on the radio. Is that what you would want?
If it came, came, but I don't make music, to fit into the standards of whatever is hot at the time necessarily. I do what comes naturally to me, whatever I'm feeling.
All right. So a fun question, like, if you can only choose 5 songs. To listen, like to put on a playlist for the rest of your life, and you can only listen to these 5 songs. What songs would you choose? I got you thinking, right?
Yeah, that's a hard one. All right.
But I'm sure there's gotta be like some tracks that just like come up to your head that you're always gonna like, or have inspired you so much that you never get tired of them.
Bitch, Don't Kill My Vibe.
By Kendrick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember listening to that and just going into another world. Institutionalized by Kendrick.
Okay.
War Ready by Vince Staples.
That's 3.
High by Anderson .Paak.
That's 4. One more.
This last one.
Rest of your life.
When I'm feeling wild. Freestyle 4. Kanye West. From The Life of Pablo.
Alright.
That's just funny. I was listening to it on the way here. But like, let me keep it G. I listen to way too much music for those to be the only.
I know. It's gotta be,
Oh my god. That was such
Could you imagine?
That was such a hard question. As fun as that was so hard. I was like, oh, what am I gonna?
You thinking?
Yeah.
I love doing that.
Yeah,
on the spot.
Yeah, that put me on the spot. I was like, shit. 5 songs for my lifetime.
For the rest of like a playlist.
Yeah.
That would be so heartbreaking if that ever had happened. But at least you can carry these 5 tracks with you forever.
Let me tell you, I'm a Don. I would figure out how to get 10. You know what I'm saying? I love music too much.
What artists right now are you influenced by? That you listen to and inspire you in your music, or as yourself as an artist?
Like majority of TDE, majority of those guys, they have this, every time they release music, it's like way ahead of what everybody else is doing on some weird shit. But all of TDE, I can't even single it to Kendrick, but all of them, the way they make music and approach it is crazy. I really like Ari Lennox. I like her new project.
Yeah, she was amazing.
I'm interested to see what she's going to do and how she's going to progress.
For sure. I really enjoyed that project.
And J. Cole for sure. Yeah, J. Cole.
And now he's going to go ghost on us.
Yeah, I think there's a reason for that.
Yeah, I can see why he would do that.
Yeah, but I also think he's going to come back. Like, I feel like every artist has their time where it's the right time for them to drop, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I feel like J. Cole's about to drop something crazy in like a year and a half or some shit.
Yeah, but the thing is, people don't understand about Cole is that he always goes ghost. Like, as if you, right? Day one fans know this shit.
Like,
he goes ghost.
Imagine their lives, right? To make that music that we can relate to and love so much and get so in tune and in touch with, they kind of
years later, right?
They kind of have to like go to this place where they get in their own head and like I don't know, like shit gets normal for them or something, you know what I mean? They kind of have to take that break, I feel like, to really lock in. You know, those artists like a J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, you know? Yeah. Think about what that time period where their hair was just all crazy and like, you know what I mean? Like they just go to this place that's like, what's going on, bro?
Right.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I totally see that. I think about that too, like, how are they living? Like, could you imagine being in their position? I totally fucking take a break, especially with everything that's going on. Like, we just mentioned the racial tension and this fucking crazy ass presidential campaign. I would totally I'm just gonna back away. Yeah. Try to live this life as normal as I can.
That shit is like fuel.
Yeah.
In the same sense, like, and what I mean when I say take a break is just take a break from being at the forefront of everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Being able to privatize your life for a little bit and focus on that, you know?
And just the music making.
Yeah, the music
for sure.
making, excuse me.
Yeah, for sure. So this year we have how many months? It's October, right? The end of October, November, December. We got 2 months.
Yeah.
Do you got anything special coming up in these 2 months?
We got the Curren show.
Right.
We got a show with Curren, Smoke DZA, and DC Young Fly, and that's gonna be on December 3rd. So
make sure y'all go buy the tickets.
You know, come through, fuck with your boy, and that's gonna
be so lit.
That's gonna be crazy dope.
Malc, Curren, Smoke DZA, and is DC Young Fly hosting it?
Yeah, he's hosting. Yeah.
Damn, that's gonna be so.
It's like a stoner party.
Yes.
It's just gonna be perfect.
Yeah, it's
this
gonna
guy's
be
gonna
amazing.
have everybody laughing the whole night.
For sure.
You know?
Oh my god, I'm so excited for that.
Yeah,
I'm totally gonna be there. It's in December, right?
Yeah, you definitely gotta come through.
For sure.
Definitely.
Where can they find tickets?
Tickets, primitivesoundevents.com, and there'll be a little link. You just click that.
I'll put it down below, y'all, so you guys can go check it out. And it's in Miami, right?
Art Basel.
Art Basel. Yep. Okay, dope.
Art Basel 2016.
So excited, and yeah, I'm so excited for your new music and your music videos. You just did a music video with Van Damme.
Yep, that's coming soon.
Yeah, so you collaborate with some, obviously Palm Beach artists. Is there a certain Palm Beach artist that you fuck with that you would like to collaborate with?
I like what Psycho's doing right now.
Okay.
I like what Psycho's doing. But anybody, fuck with me. You know what I mean? Let's work.
Yeah.
I feel like it's that simple. Like, we all do this. Let's work.
Word.
You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Any last words? Shout outs.
Shout out to Evelyn.
Hey.
Shout out.
ERTV.
ERTV.
Yes, part 2. We had to
fuck with your boy.
Yes. Where can they find you on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, anything else that you want to shout out? YouTube.
You can.
SoundCloud.
Find me on Instagram at MALCSTEWY, Malc Stewy, and you can just type that anywhere, it'll pop up. Okay. There's not too many other Malc Stewys walking around. You know what I mean?
Is your last name Stewart? Okay.
That's like fully my name.
Malcolm Stewart.
Yeah, Malcolm Stewart.
Little nicknames, that's cute.
Yeah.
I like it. I fuck with it. There's not many Malc Stewys walking around.
Exactly. And it's me.
And it's you. Alright, y'all. Make sure you guys stay on the lookout for his new projects that are going to come out. He's going to be releasing music videos. The show he's got with Curren, Smoke DZA, and DC Young Fly hosting in Miami. Make sure you guys check that out. I'll be there, so I know y'all want to come through and give me a hug at least.
Come through.
Thank you so much for coming back. ERTV, make sure you subscribe.